Know that this killer be killed, eat it be ate, snake to be snake. I walk out alone, but I'm clutching my jerk, cause I know they ain't right and I know that they fake. And I'm trying to tour, but I know that these niggas be snitching and pointing me out to the jakes. When I gun at a nigga on aim for his waist, I'ma make sure he hear me stand over his face. Now they tell they mad cause they don't got no case in this first 48 and they ain't got no lead. While me and Lil Bro, we back smoking on trees. When you break down the wood, that bitch down with lean. When I'm smoking your partner, I turn to a fiend. I ain't throwing the doobie, I'm facing the weed. When I'm smoking your partner, I turn to a fiend. I ain't throwing the doobie, I'm facing the blunt. No cap, let hummus some rats. When it's time to go kill, while black on the hunt. We do shit our movies, but this ain't a stunt. Wrong move, turn this bitch to a scene. I high off the shrooms and I mix it with beans. Wide awake, seeing shit from my dreams. Moving slow cause I'm full of the lean. Catch the boy lacking, turn here to some green. I'ma tell you the truth, I'm high as a bitch. I'ma lie to the judge cause I'm never asleep. I'm rapping and trapping till I'm old and rich. I'ma buy me some land and duck off with my bitch. Tryna sort out my price and get found in the ditch. With a face full of maggots and half full of mud. I don't care what you reppin', don't call me your blood. Put in work for the set, they gon' die by the cuz. Tryna get up your name, you gon' die by some bugs. I was just in the trenches, I know where I was. All it take is one Drake, man, them bitches went walk. I was down on my dick, I just still in our car. I pop a few bosses and send me to mall. When I woke up in jail, I had to take a little pause. You a change on your gang, I'll die for the cause. No cap, I'ma die for the cause.
Get back a motherfucker.
Wow, what's happening? Hey y'all, it's me, it's your girl Steve Val, Madam O. And I had to hit my live button, y'all. I, like most of us, have been tapped in since the indictment of Yellow Beezy on the Mo 3 murder for hire case. I hadn't went live about it, but I have been tuned in, right? And I even hit a panel. Hey, y'all. I even hit a panel or two to give my input. But once I got put off 8-8 panel for asking Rainwater a question he was uncomfortable with, I said, hey, I'll never do that again. Okay. So it's kind of triggering, right? It's kind of triggering for me listening to this case, just hearing about Mo 3 and how he lived, you know, and how if you had street beef with him, hey, it was one of y'all had to go, you know, to the end of it and on down to them justifying him being killed. Okay. It's kind of triggering because, as most of you know, all last year I went through this exact same process with the death of my son. And so now, after the Yellow Beezy bond hearing, I'm hearing all of the commentary. And I'm going, what? I'm holding my head like, wait a minute, what? I understand that I'm in Louisiana and they're next door in Texas. But certain procedures are just certain procedures, okay? They're just universal, uniform across the board. And so I wanted to come and just have a discussion about bond hearings. Now, if my quarter boys or quarter girls, if y'all would like for me to play Yellow Beezy's bond hearing all over again, I will, just for y'all. But hey, I'm quite sure we've all seen it multiple times, okay? So the part that I wanted to stress was everyone was saying that, well, they don't have enough evidence. You heard the judge say lack of evidence. And listen, y'all, a bond reduction hearing is just that. You are not there to discuss whether or not this person is guilty or not. You are not there to discuss whether or not the prosecution has enough evidence or not. That is what the grand jury indictment hearing was for, okay? In order for them to indict him, the prosecution had to present, hi, beautiful, hi, blended. The prosecution had to present their whole hand, okay? They had to present their whole hand to a grand jury, who then would decide if there was enough evidence to indict someone for said charge. The grand jury would also determine what the charge will be, okay? Before then, if he was already arrested, let's say, he would have been billed with something that they probably could not have, like it could have changed once he got to the grand jury. Let's just say if he was arrested for second degree murder and the grand jury, after hearing all of the evidence, came back with a true bill on manslaughter, then that's what they would have had to bill him on. Okay. So in order for us to even get here, the prosecution has already presented their entire hand. Oh, thank you, Blended. Thank you, beautiful. Has also have already, and y'all please excuse my chickens, okay? The prosecution has already presented their entire hand before a grand jury who said that they definitely had enough evidence to indict him. They returned a true bill, okay? That doesn't matter whether it's in Louisiana, Texas, New York, Chicago. It doesn't matter, okay? That's just the process. That's how that goes. And then the bond reduction hearing, okay? If the defendant is not okay with the bond that was placed on him at the time of indictment, that was given by, oh, my bad, Room Shake, I ain't see you, baby. Hey, boo.
Hey,
Hey.
something to say, and it's about the commentary because I put a question on the board the other day. Like, Rainwater took his gun. Everybody know that how he was moving the streets, so why would you take his protection? And then you faithfully tricked his mama because you could never get Mo3 to sign a contract with you. But then you told his mama in order to conduct his business, the people would not do business with her because they didn't know who she was and she wasn't part of the industry. So then you persuaded her to sign on the dotted line, and now you sitting here talking about you exposed her and everything else. So when you get to that part, I want to chime in.
Okay, and I'm gonna finish up with the bond hearing, and then we definitely can get into that. So the bond hearing, like I was saying, is just to determine if said bond should be reduced. Now we all seen that bond hearing. His grandmother, being a person who was involved in the court system, was absolutely a plus for him. Okay, the judge determines bond. As many of you know, my son's murderer was indicted, a true bill returned on second degree murder. The grand jury decided that his bond should be $1,000,000. Well, y'all remember, if y'all went through it with me, that man bonded out of jail on $100,000 bond. Okay, the judge sided with his lawyer, and I showed y'all where, hey, that wasn't according to the law, but hey, it is what it is. It's up to the judge. It's simply how much he will pay to bond out of jail. So the fact that people are saying that they don't have enough evidence, he's going to beat this because his bond got reduced, absolutely not. Two things that we have to remember. One, the bond is up to the judge, guilty or innocent, unless he chooses to have a trial by judge, will be a trial by jury. So it'll be up to those 12 people. Secondly, the man that killed my son, the dude that killed my son, had a bond reduction hearing. He won the bond reduction hearing and is now sentenced to the rest of his natural funky fucking life in prison. So that has absolutely nothing to do with anything. The prosecution does not have to present their whole hand at a bond reduction hearing. That's not what that is. I don't care what state you're in. So I just want to be clear on that first and foremost. Now, to what Room Shaker was saying, as far as Rainwater is concerned, hey, y'all, we all seen, okay? We have all seen the shadiness that has come to play. Room Shaker, I absolutely agree with you. If Rain didn't have anything to do with Mo3's death, he absolutely benefited from that man being dead. He absolutely has everything he wants by that man being dead. He absolutely is playing chess, not checkers, with that man. He's keeping it all business, but it ain't square business. Yeah, the light angle is okay. It ain't square business, okay? This man is playing against the rule book. And unfortunately, when you playing with somebody like Rainwater, if you don't get the researching, okay, like our quarter boys and quarter girls, research and development, if you don't get the researching them same rules Rainwater is playing by, then you can't hate the player, man. You gotta hate the game. What's up, Room Shaker? You wanted to say?
Absolutely, because then he said that if Mo3 mama keep on, he'll tell all the secrets and proof that he got that she wasn't even doing nothing for Mo3. You basically put your son on the street and all this other stuff. But what that got to do with the tea in China? Like, At this point, if
But
that
we
was
know
your
that's a lie
partner,
because that woman put her house up to bond him out of jail. Now, if by the time around that time he had gotten killed, if by that time she had did what most mothers who have children in the streets do, who didn't raise them that way, which is put them in the hands of the Lord, then she still wasn't wrong. She still was his mama, and she did it out of love.
right? Right, but my thing is, okay, with boys, we know they get tested, they testosterone stick in, and then they want to be all over the place. And at least he never had an instance where he put his hands on his mama. But most time, like, I ain't gonna lie, we feel like if you can't live by our rules, it's time, and you think you grown, too grown to listen to me, it's time for you to get out there and show me you know what you're doing, and you can hold yourself down. So I
Especially
understand
when
all
it,
that, but the disrespect for you to say that's your partner before you disrespect his mama, even play with her, talking about expose her, you should leave her the fuck alone.
but he's not, because that's just rainwater, and he's just miserable. Okay, he's miserable, and we are watching money not be able to bring this miserable motherfucker happiness. Okay, but he's trying. We
So
have watched Rainwater make babies with almost 3 side bitches, all his leftovers, and now he got all that fucking child support to pay. Okay, so he
who
doing
put
whatever.
to you because you dragging baby in your own little way.
I'm dragging.
You dragging in your own little way, like you shooting the darts and stuff. But anyway, yeah, because I think he's an asshole. I really feel like he goes too far to try to build his clout, but you really building your clout off Mo3, because if it wasn't for Mo3, you would never be the nigga that you claim you is. And it took you to sucker his mama into a deal. Because Mo3 would never, he wanted to pay you what he wanted to pay you. He would never sign and lock it in on a price that you probably tried to set, but then you tricked his mama because you was like, well, it's certain people that ain't gonna talk to you because you ain't part of the industry. It's certain people that you can't deal with because they gonna sit here and bamboozle you or cheat you because you ain't gonna know what you're doing. When you could have just been a solid ass nigga and was like, I'm just gonna invite you to sit down at the table with us. But now you want to think long term. So you told her in order for you to represent her, Mo3 didn't sign, but you need her to sign, and she was dumb enough to do it. But well, I don't know. I'm just saying, I
He
thought she
definitely
would be a
played
more,
on her ignorance. He played on her ignorance
yeah.
of the business, definitely. Not only did he play on her ignorance of the business, but let's just keep it a buck, okay? Them baby mamas, them two that voted for her to be kicked off, they played on up top too. Because if it were not from the mama, from what I heard now, again, y'all, we on the outside. We just hear what we
Why
hear.
you can't too? Because all three of them weighed in on Skull Channel. All three of them came up there.
Right. So I didn't watch. I didn't see that one. I ain't see
Okay.
it. And I think Sco took it down. If anybody have it, send it to me. Since the case is back bust wide open, I guess I'll watch it.
But I will give something. Hold on, because you was correct about one thing. She said she don't care what's going on or what's happening. She ain't finna speak bad on Miss Nicole name. One of the baby mamas did say that while she was on that panel too. But the
Yeah.
other ones, they stated how they felt.
Right. It was a two. It was a majority rule vote. Is the way that I heard it, and that means 2-1 because it's 3 of them. But the crazy part is, I heard Miss Nicole. None of them even got along. Miss Nicole was the one who actually got them together as one. So, but money changes. Money bring. I ain't gonna say money change people because that's a lie. Money bring out the truth and who people really are. Okay, and it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people, and we see them on this internet all day, every day that we on here. It's a lot of people who, baby, for the love of money, anybody could get it, even their own selves. They'll dog their own selves out. Look at Rainwater. You think Rainwater care what we think about him? You think Rainwater care that we see
Oh.
that he's a slime
Rainwater
ball?
is basically Rainwater is using these people as puppet, and people didn't realize it when I said it. Like, he got certain content creators that's gonna push his name because they think he's their way to fame. But if you see him, he playing them and stringing them along because he ain't even helping them blow the fuck up. Like he could have been able to get 88 all type of music deals, like he said he was doing for Mo3. You know, Mo3 talent got him where he was, and him selling his little tracks and stuff, and him paying his way to the studio and pushing his mixtapes is really what he started the foundation. And now you got his mama to sign over his legacy to you, where you can run with it and do whatever the hell you want to do with it, because ain't nobody overlooking what you doing. And nine
Well,
times out of
he's
10,
hired
ain't
by
nobody
the
working with
state.
us saying.
He hired by the estate, so he could be fired by the estate. But let's just face it, they're not going to take Rainwater off the estate, because as long as he keeps the buzz around Mo3, then Mo3 estate, his music, his name, Mo3, his business name, is going to continue to increase in profits. And that's what they hired him to do. But my thing is this: there's Mo3, and then there's Melvin Noble. So as for me,
Madam, hold on, I think you're confused, boo. Because the estate and what he's handling is different from him. He's not handled by the estate. What's the name? Signing the paper to
yes,
put his.
he is. He is
Uh,
hired by the estate, and he's over the music part. He was hired by the state to push Mo3 the brand in order to benefit the children. That was his job. That's what they have hired him to do.
oh, well, I didn't
Now,
know.
how he end up like that, of course, from what we can see, he used the lawyer that wasn't shit, that was with the shits. He so you know what I'm saying. He used a lot of manipulation in order for him to get that job, because before then it was just word of mouth. He didn't have no paperwork. We know that to be true.
Okay.
So he did a lot of weaseling to get the position that he got, but he is definitely hired by the estate to increase the brand. And y'all got to understand, anytime an estate is a corporation, and unlike an
Mhm.
LLC, that's the difference between an LLC and a corporation. An LLC has a area of focus for whatever they doing business as, versus a corporation. The definition is to increase the profits of the stakeholders, so you can do whatever needs to be done to make them richer. That's the whole purpose. So Rain is over Mo3. Here's my thing, right? As a mother, as a decent fucking human being, I ain't streaming nothing of Mo3's that came after he died. I ain't. I asked for the link to the foundation that his mama is over, because whether or not Mo3 name, you got all these accolades. I done did this, Mo3 and sold more albums than this person, that person since he died. Yeah. But Melvin Noble, whether or not anybody kept Melvin Noble's name alive or not, for the remainder of that woman's natural life, she will mourn her child. Whether he sold another record or not, that's that woman's child. Cole Gotti, who everybody like to talk shit about, for the rest of his life, him and that boy shared a womb. Okay? They were in the same womb. They stood on the same woman's rib cage. Okay? For the rest of his natural life, he will miss his brother. So as far as this Mo3 shit goes, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. As a mother who just went through this process, man, fuck all it. I support Melvin Noble, but as far as Mo3 is concerned, nah, I ain't fucking with it, because it's a lot of snake shit. It's a lot of snake shit as it pertains to Mo3. You got a lot of people who came on this internet acting as if they were close to Mo3, only to make sure narratives were spent. You got a lot of people on this internet that come on here just to benefit off of that man's name, which is why I have never before did Mo3 content. When I first came, Yellow Beezy had got arrested for box burglaring, and I did do a live, which I re-released today on that. But I still wasn't even familiar with the Mo3 case, because, as y'all all know, I may have been dropped into the Mo3 sector, but I did not come here as a Mo3 content creator. I came here as a quarter girl selling sex toys to all these sex deprived bitches and niggas that needed to bust healthy nuts. Okay. But we here now. We here now. I've been here now for 3 years, and I done seen all kinds of shit. I done seen Rain. I see Rain. I see straight through you. The rest of y'all, I just was listening to 88 shit, and one of the people on the panel said, "My boy coming home," talking about Yellow Beezy. Somebody else said they need to change the sector to the Yellow Beezy sector. Okay, I remember being in that fucking courtroom and having a motherfucker from the Sunny Quarters come hug me, ask me about my son music because they had did a song together, gave me his contact information, and then went dapped up his killer and was talking to his killer. You think I contacted you? Nigga, what? Nigga, huh? Unfortunately, when it comes to a homicide, baby, you gotta pick a side. Ain't no way you could say you love me and support my killer. Ain't do what? Do what? Say huh? Like, come on now. This shit crazy. This shit is crazy. But I see that it's a lot of ignorant people who don't understand the criminal justice process, who don't understand the law, who don't understand business, and that's just what that is. And it's disgusting. I'm looking at a lot of y'all with the stank face. Yeah. But as far as rainwater go, use a slithering, slimy succotash, okay? And Mo3, Melvin Noble's family really need to, man, look, my thing is this. The game is the game. And either you gonna do the work to educate yourself on whatever it is you got going on, whatever you, or you gonna get tricked out your spot. Unfortunately for Miss Nicole, that's what happened. She got tricked out of spot. She got tricked out of spot on the business of things. But nobody could never replace her as his that's his mama. That's his mama. And all these content creators claiming that they are Mo3 content creators, like this shit is crazy. I ain't lying. I don't know. I think I would have went crazy if they would have created a KO sector, and the shit that y'all be doing on here in the name of Mo3, y'all was doing in the name of KO. And KO, I don't even like KO. I don't even know KO. Okay, I'm Cordell's mother. But yeah, I would have been had to shut this shit down. I'd have been striking pages left and right nonstop. I'd have had a whole strike team. I'd have hired teenagers just to sit on their phones and strike y'all motherfucking pages every time y'all brought up my son's name. If y'all did any of this bullshit y'all doing in the name of my son, this is some bullshit. This is some straight bullshit. I looked yesterday at somebody's channel. I ain't gonna name them, Shaker, but they was playing the part of the bond hearing where they was replaying the actual murder. And the sound of excitement coming from everybody. This is it, y'all. This is Mo3 last moments. This is his final moments. And everybody was all excited. Meanwhile, I'm like, y'all do realize that this is somebody's bloodline final moment. Y'all excited, and every time y'all bring this shit back up, y'all busting their souls wide open, and y'all don't have not an ounce of fucking humanity. Not an ounce of how the fuck does that excite you? Like, we have become so desensitized to this bullshit that ain't no humanity left up in this shit. Look at how many people, soon as somebody die and they around, they get they phone out and record it and want to post it to social media. The first person to post somebody's fucking last hours, last seconds. What the fuck? If that was your family member, do you want that? Do you want to see the last time somebody you love took their final breath? Like, that is crazy to do about it. That's just where we at. So I'm not here to try to change any of that. Like I said, like my title said, I was here simply to discuss bond hearings and that process. Now it's open panel. We free to talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. And most of y'all who know me, y'all already know how I feel. Y'all already know, you know, where my heart and shit is set it on this type of behavior. It's just, to me, it's inhumane. It's a lot of ignorance and inhumane actions as it pertains to the case of Melvin Noble. And then y'all forgetting that there was a fucking neurosurgeon that got shot on that highway with Mo3. A neurosurgeon. You know how important a neurosurgeon is?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody keep forgetting about him.
So what made you think that 88 we're gonna let you come up there and say anything wrong or ask Rain any questions. Rain can't do no wrong in her ass. All people, I thought she would have known that.
Well, I didn't go up there to ask Rainwater anything. He wasn't even there when I went on the panel. Rain came after I got on the panel. So while he was there, I just asked him a question. It didn't surprise me. I already know, I know these people. I've learned these people well enough. I don't know them, but I've learned their character well enough. It didn't surprise me. Now, I was tickled pink when she said, Madam, come back up. And he said, oh, she can come ask me. Now, you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. I don't know who you think I am, but you got me fucked up. I ain't one of them. First of all, Rain.
She dropped you and then she told you to come back after he said you can ask him.
Yeah. No, baby. No.
Yeah, it's
No,
okay. I don't want to
no,
ask some shit then. I feel like
no.
it's unimportant.
Yeah, don't even worry about it, baby. If you don't want to answer that question as to why Roy Lee's daughter said he was the one on the phone with her daddy, telling her daddy to go to that store, then hey, he ain't got to. He ain't got to. At the
Okay,
end
so
of
what about this? Because they said that he had a fight with Roy Lee.
I'm quite sure he did. But and then let me tell you what I'm also hearing, right? I'm hearing people say, well, that 40 in the streets, it had to be for more than one body. What if that was the payment for Roy Lee too? I hear people saying, what if that was the payment for Boosie? But Boosie didn't even need to be paid touched at the time of Mo3 death. It wasn't no beef until after Mo3 death when Boosie said what he said about Dallas and how he was coming. So if he paid Devin 40 for Mo3 and they saying that was his percentage, because I did hear that bond hearing and they did say that Beasley paid a percentage, which means somebody else pays some more. Why don't anybody think that was connected to Roy Lee or Bubba? Both of them got killed before Mo3. There might have been paid hits too, especially Bubba, because I heard Bubba was a fool just like 3 was a fool. I heard Bubba was a nigga to watch out for.
A 3 for 1.
Come on. I mean, let's just be honest about it. And I think that it's crazy that I'm just glad I'm from where I'm from. Because Dallas, y'all cutthroat. Y'all cutthroat. Y'all cutthroat committed, baby. Y'all straight K-roll. Y'all don't play by street rules. Y'all straight K-roll. Y'all ain't backdooring nobody. Y'all front doing people. And it's crazy fucking work. But that's the world we live in now.
I think anybody with common sense needs to just go ahead and get up out of there once they strike it big and get a name in the street for themselves. Because they ain't going to let none of their people make it.
Right. But that's anywhere. That's why Boosie left Baton Rouge. Shit. Unfortunately, that's where we at now. It used to be where if you made it big, you can go back and in your community, that was where you were safe at. Because you looking out for the community. You done brought resources back with you and shit. But I mean, let's just be honest. Nowadays, most of these people, they getting wealthy off of death and destruction. So of course, what you put out, you're gonna get back. Unfortunately, that's the truth. Even with my son,
There's still some Chicago people up here that made it big, but they ain't hanging in the streets like they used to. They coming to well secured events. They don't give a fuck about the hood. If the hood wants something for them, they ain't pulling up. They sending somebody else to do that. Like they know how to move. And the fact that some of these people feel like they safe enough to walk around with no security, like that's the main reason y'all getting popped. Like it's gonna be people always envious that you came there where they came up and they didn't put the same effort behind themselves to make it. So it's always gonna be envy and jealousy there.
and even if it wasn't, I told my son, be leery of the words you speak out of your mouth. When out of your mouth you speak death and destruction, you can be loved by 99% of the people. That 1% of death and destruction gonna come back and knock you in your motherfucking forehead. What you put out, you get back. I don't give a fuck how much the world changed. I don't give a fuck how much people in the world change. Law is law, and that's law. It's unfortunate, but that's what it is. So we watching all these entertainers, right? The people in Los Angeles, you see what they doing in LA. We watching all these entertainers.
What they doing in LA? Because I ain't seen it. Fill me in.
They got a RICO, they got indictments going up there. You
Oh,
remember how
she talking about where
how
them
they was
Crips and shit at.
yeah, well, they was making the
Okay, okay,
celebrities
okay, okay,
check
okay.
in. Like, you know, how
Mm-hmm.
you have to check in with them
I'm
or
aware of
you
that
shout out.
situation.
Yeah, like everybody be feeling sorry for them. I feel sorry for their family because at the end of the day, you know, if your mama raised you right and you chose wrong, your mama's the one, your family is the ones who gotta hurt and deal with the consequences of your actions because they didn't choose their life, you did, but they the ones that gotta suffer. So that's who I feel sorry for is the family members that ain't on that same path. They have to deal with the backlash that come from the choices people fucking make. But at the end of the day, it's the choices they make. So we watching Rainwater rise and rise and rise. He increasing his revenue, and them baby mamas that played with their baby grandmother like that. All that money that y'all sold yourselves for gonna be the destruction of y'all. Mark my words. Mark my words. When you are of this world gonna tear your ass up. Gonna tear your ass up. What if you live long enough for them baby mamas that them two that voted her out? You live long enough to become a grandmother. How you think how you think they're gonna treat you? How you think they're gonna treat you? Look how you treat your child grandmother. How you think they're gonna treat you? Hmm. What you put out, you get back. What you sow, so shall you
But
reap.
in all truth, now it did show that she was mishandling funds. She was living off them funds and doing with them funds as if it was her money, and it wasn't hers. It was the kids.
Okay, so let's talk about that. So from what we heard when all that was going on, we heard that she had supposedly hey Otto baby, thank you for being family for 5 months. You know we love you over here. Quarter boy. Um, so we heard that she had took an excessive amount of money out and said that it was for the grandchildren for furniture and stuff in her house, right? But then they said, well, it wasn't, it was
It was
a
for
lot
a
of it was
car. It was
for
to pay Ashley Bond. It was to bond her son in and out of jail. It was for the kids. They said she was saying she was getting stuff for the kids, and it wasn't for the kids. It was a lot of shit.
it was a lot of shit. But guess what else we also heard, Room Shaker, was that them children stayed majority of time with her, right? The baby mamas got a free babysitter. That's what I heard. I don't know if nobody else heard that, but that's what I heard. That the kids were majority with Miss Nicole.
That's true.
They in her house. She got them. So and as far as Cole got to go and her burning him out and burning Ash, looked like she was using the money to help all you motherfuckers and her other son, which she is entitled to help her other child with her portion of the money. So do I think she should have been kicked off? No. Do I think there should have been some structure or order? Absolutely. There should only like it should
But she
require
didn't have
all
a portion of the
custody.
money.
Huh?
She didn't have a portion of that money to do with what she wanted to do with it because you're not his next of kin. Once a person is married, the wife becomes the next of kin. If he got kids, the kids
He's not
become next
married.
of kin. But the kids are too young, so rightfully you being a mother, you just stepped up and they was gonna let you rock with till they seen you was gonna do what you wanted to do, and then they had to let you give you a reality check that you're no longer the next of kin.
Actually, when it comes to that, she is absolutely the next of kin. If he was unmarried and his children are not 18 or older, then the parents become the next of kin. But in business, see, that's the difference. It's on the estate. So in business, it's written up where the estate is the benefactors are the children. They removed Miss Nicole off as a benefactor of the estate, is what they did. So because the children are the benefactors of the estate and they under 18, then it's their parent or guardian who represents them when it comes to the decision making of the estate. So that's how they were able to vote her off of there. That's just a state law. So it is what it is. That's the business part. That's the Mo3 part. But as far as Melvin Noble, Nicole absolutely was his next of kin. He ain't married now one of them, and ain't now one of them turning over 18. But here my thing, room shaker. Ashley, I'm not singling you out to say that this is what you're doing. I'm only making it a point because of the situation. All right, so Ashley got 2 kids, right? One of them from Mo3, one of them ain't. You seriously gonna tell me that her portion of her money she'll never spend a dime, and her other baby daddy dead too? Her other baby daddy dead, and he wasn't no millionaire. So you mean to tell me that she'll never take none of that money that's for her child from Mo3 and spend it on her other child?
No, she absolutely will.
She gonna never buy this child milk. Okay, so then what's the difference in her spending the portion of that child's money on her other child and Miss Nicole spending her portion of her money on Mo3 brother? What's the difference? Her other child, what's the difference?
Because the same way they said that how she feel like she entitled to so much because she was the mama, because they said the daddy living too. The daddy should have got his proportion. Like, it is what it is. It's a whole lot. Basically, the family should proving and showing how greedy they is. It's all about the money. They glad that Mo3 was unalive so they can use it as a cash cow, as a ticket.
I think that Mo3 mama, daddy, and his children should be the benefactors over the estate. I think that they should have.
Kids, I don't give a damn about his mama because you had enough time to live your life and do whatever you see fit. I'm gonna say this because if y'all couldn't put y'all differences aside to come to a common law agreement to where you didn't have to be removed, period, then I'm like, hey, because he said he wanted his kids to be taken care of, not the baby mamas, not the mama, not none of them. He was looking out for his mama because that being his mama, without his mama, he wouldn't be here. But if he did, like he would, because they said he was bad timeshares and stuff like that. So why nobody talk to him about doing a will? If you living like that in the streets, somebody gonna sit you down and say, look, boy, it ain't no telling when your time gonna expire or gonna come. I'm gonna need you to put a will so it won't be no bullshit behind this. And that would have solved all this.
Well, that's the issue that we face in our society, is that most people work their ass off to accumulate things of this world that they can't take with them when they go, and they don't have their paperwork in order. Mo3, Melvin Noble was another.
My mama got a policy. My mama had policies on all her us. My grandma had policies. Granddaddy had policy. My daddy had policies. Everybody had policies on the kids and their family. So the fact that Miss Nicole didn't have not one policy, like, it shows it was a struggle within itself. Like,
but the estate and insurance policies are 2 different things. The insurance policy is burial. That's to take care of your final arrangement. There's not a policy you can get that's gonna pay you every month. Like that. Not even whole life is gonna pay you for the rest of your life after that person is dead. Just about. Thank you for joining. Hey, Miss B, how you doing? So the facts is, Mo3 was living in them streets. He had to start making good legal money, but even he didn't even have a contract with Rainwater. When it came down to taking care of the business, he wasn't business savvy, and he didn't have business savvy people around him. That it was so good.
Remember when Mo3 was filling out for the timeshares and stuff, it came down that Mo3 was finna sign with a bigger record label and company. And that's why he would never let Rainwater lock him into a contract.
Hey, Mr. America, let's go, room shaker. So from what we know, Mo3 had started to get business savvy, right? He had started to get his business mind in place, buying timeshares, overlooking contracts. Who stood to lose the most if Mo3 stayed alive and kept going the way he was going?
Hey, Miss B, Rainwater was gonna lose out because his money would have ran dry, because Mo3 was only dishing you what he felt like you deserve. In a way, I mean, it was you. He was cheap unless you was one of his hoes or his kids.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, because he was buying teeth and taking them on trips. long as he was sitting there squad and could be with him, he didn't mind. But other than that, he didn't care about shit else. He wanted a cheap lifestyle. He wasn't trying to live the fancy cars and shit like that. He was still sleeping where he can and where he may. So yeah, they wasn't gonna get too much out of him, like for real, for real.
So had Mo3 continued to live, we also got to be. I'm impartial. As far as the truth goes, I dwell in the realm of reality. Even with my own son, day one of me talking to the detective, or day two, I said, look, I want you to investigate everything. If my son caused his own demise, then let me know so I can process that. Okay, if my son went out and did something to somebody and as a result he lost his life, let me know that. I don't just want somebody dead. But so at the end of the day, if Mo3 would have stayed alive, Yellow Beezy probably would be dead. He probably would have been got him by now. Okay? But Rainwater, hey mother, twerk that ass on up in here, guy. Rainwater definitely would not be in the position that he in. The mama definitely would be taken care of, because like we done heard, that woman done put her house on the line and everything to get him out of jail. Okay? So, I mean, let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it a bean a buck. We'll never know the complete truth. I don't think we'll ever know the whole truth, y'all. You got to realize that we dealing with some of Dallas's most sleaziest, slithering, slimiest
Okay,
succotash.
that's just like they said. One of the people stole half of the money because when he died, the money was hid in one of his baby mama's house. And then what they did is they took their cut of it, and then they turned around and gave her what they wanted the mama to have.
Yeah, it's a lot of sneaky, slithering, slimy, grimy, for the love of money, the devil reward ass at K-rotivities going on as it pertains to Melvin Noble, his life and his death, and his afterlife affairs. It's ridiculous. Like at the end of the day, it looked like everybody around that, like all the people that he had around him that actually truly gave a fuck about him, was pushed aside by the people who act like they did, and they you know, like, y'all, it's tricky. It's real tricky. But to me, if I was Nicole, I would have got my own lawyer. Y'all saw me do my own research when it came to my son. Okay, when it came to my son being killed, baby, I got on this laptop, baby, and put these glasses on and squinch my eyes 18 hours out of 24, learning everything as it pertains to my son's death. Miss Nicole didn't do that. She put her trust in, and actually, from, if I remember correctly, Rainwater got cool with Kogati and was given that position on the estate that Miss Nicole went and tried to start up, got the baby mamas together. She was doing what she was supposed to as a grandmother. But Rain got that because he was supposed to push Kogati music. And then once the ink dried, Rain had his own agenda. And two of the baby mamas sided with him. So, hey. And today I'm listening to people that I've seen the whole 3 years I've been here in the Mo3 sector holler free Beezy, and this should be the Yellow Beezy sector. It was a lot of people around Mo3 because he was beneficial, but they really wasn't fucking with him like that. Man, I see this happen every time somebody dies. No different. No living will, no insurance policy. The family will fight. Yeah, I see this. Thankfully, when my son was killed, I didn't have to go through any of that. I didn't have a policy on my son. I did not. I did not have to do a GoFundMe. I didn't have to do no fish sales. I didn't have to do any of that. When I went January 2nd, 2024 to the funeral home, my family was with me. His father was with me. My husband was with me. They told me get whatever I wanted to get as it pertained to putting him to rest. I selected what I wanted. I didn't pay anything. I didn't touch it. The funeral home called me and told me, come pick up your receipt. The entire amount has the whole amount has been paid. Okay. My uncle was like, I didn't, and that was less than 24 hours later. I didn't have to do anything. Now, should I have had an insurance policy on my son, knowing how he was living? Yes. I used to always say I need to get insurance on this fucking boy. But I didn't. Okay, because I also felt like, Lord, if I get the insurance, then I'm embracing the fact that okay, I was really, really conflicted when it came to getting that policy. This sector is trash. None of these people stand on anything. His name is used for clout. Exactly, Miss B. Exactly. Like majority of them. Okay, on 1111 on my community wall, and I've never tried to clout chase off that man's name. It just honestly, the last few days has been very triggering, y'all. I had to go to my psychiatrist yesterday. Had to give me a up on my dosage of my meth pills because I didn't realize just how triggering Mo3 case was. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't realized how triggering this shit was until day before yesterday. But yeah, this trash. Them people trash. So room shaker, your vote is Miss Nicole don't need to be on there. She ain't did nothing but gave birth to him. It should definitely just be his children.
No, I don't feel. Look, I feel like she don't need to be on there, but I do feel like that. But I'm just saying that if the kids want to look out, I feel like it should have been locked down till they was 18 because when they feel like it's gonna be a battle or people gonna try to blow through the money because they gonna have access to it, it is some instances where they lock that fund down until that child is 18 so that child can make his own decisions about the money and how to spend the money and where the money should go because they see the money belonging to them. But yeah,
Correct.
because I'm just not with it. I'm not with the Ashley and them having access to it, regardless of the fact that he's dead. If he was living and he decided to be a deadbeat, you will still have to figure out a way to support that child. So therefore, let's see, can you stand up as a real woman and do it by yourself? Because there's plenty of women that do. So yeah, I don't get them a pass either. Like you say, you got a business and stuff. Why are you bitter over money? Like it's a lot of stuff that I don't agree with about this because it look like everybody being grimy and everybody. I hate for people, really, honestly. I hate for people to wait for something to get big by somebody dying. Ain't nothing good gonna come from that. Like it's greed consuming your ass, and you knew that you weren't gonna make it by yourself or reach them calibers that you was supposed to reach because you was too busy waiting for the downfall of somebody else. So it ain't gonna be no blessings from that money anyway, unless it's stealing from the kids because everybody else is showing they complete ass. That's how I feel about it. Like y'all doing too much at this point. Y'all arguing with the people he slept with. Y'all accusing
Right.
everybody. Y'all just tearing each other down. Like go about your business and stop being bothered. And all y'all, then y'all telling everybody to put his name to rest, but all y'all spearing his name and throwing his name up in the equations
Is it
and
me
in
or is it room shaker?
situations. Huh? What you say?
I was trying to see if it was me, my audio, or your audio, because you was going in and out.
Oh no.
She gonna come right back. Um, but yeah, so if they had a problem with however much Miss Nicole was spending, then maybe they should have just took her authority away, her decision making, and appointed just allotted a certain amount to go to her. But that's his mama. And that, but that's the business end. That's Mo3. That's my point, is that it's two separate people here in one body. We got Mo3, we got Melvin Noble. As it pertains to that bond hearing that just happened, guess who got that letter in the mail? Nicole. Nicole got that letter in the mail
Is it
stating
better? Because
that
I still hear you going in and out. I
Marquise
think that's
was
you,
going up
madam.
for
Because I
a
hear you
bond
going in and out.
of Melvin. Oh, okay.
Hold on, y'all. She finna fix her audio. She'll be right back. But yeah, like I was saying, they saying that they want people to just let his name rest, and only way that's gonna happen if they let his name rest. I think that everybody should let his name rest. live off the memory and the love and who he was as a person and cherish that and just live through his kids, the smile on their face, the resemblance in them, the fact that they gonna be asking you questions about their daddy. Like that's enough right there. Enjoy, embrace the moments. Let me see what the comments said.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like I said, when nobody remembers Mo3 music or none of that, like let's just say his music tanked and whatever, that woman still got to deal with the fact that she lost her son. Everybody talking about
Mhm.
Mo3, but that's Melvin Noble. That's Nicole's oldest son. Shit. And at the end of the day, Mo3 ain't got shit on Melvin Noble. It just is what it is. That's that woman's fucking child. And it ain't like he was somebody who grew up in a foster system or something like that. She raised her child. She was active in her son's life. She put up her house to burn this nigga out when he first started getting in trouble. But at some point, when your child is living that lifestyle, my son, it was only one person who knew where I lived at. My son didn't allow everybody to even know where I lived because, like I told him, when I accepted that was the lifestyle he was living, baby, they play dangerously. You gotta pick a side and stay on it. Okay. So Mo3 was supposed to keep Mo3 separate from Melvin. Everybody wasn't supposed to know Miss Nicole and where she lived and all of that. It was supposed to be kept secret. It was supposed to be kept separate. Cause he was sliding. he was hitting motherfuckers. I agree. That's why I won't speak on Yella at all. Cause nobody will never be able to say I use these people name for clout. Miss
Girl, you ain't
B.
gonna have to because there's enough people doing it already. Let's just keep it real, baby. Tell the truth, shame the devil. These people gonna play with Melvin name every chance they get. They playing in people's face. They just run it a buck for attention. Like they say it's clicks and views. And Rain said he doing what he doing because he got a movie finna come out in Mo3 name. That movie that they
Yeah.
put out, that biography or whatever the fuck it was, he said that wasn't good enough and he didn't tell the whole truth because it's a whole lot deeper than this. So he finna paint a picture.
I mean, and like he said, as grimy and slimy as he is, um, the nigga told the truth. Like, this the job y'all hired me for.
Right.
This the job y'all hired me for. So it's fair to say that Rainwater did his homework on what benefit and what pertains to him. He did his homework and other people didn't. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it comes down to as it pertains to the nigga Mo3. Straight up.
Uh, um,
So
what's her name? Miss B, hold on, man. Miss B,
okay.
baby. I tried to warn all y'all. I told y'all don't believe the softies. People finna play in y'all face. Like 88 came down saying that her cousins played the party in the unalive in the most three. Like, and then she turned around and started saying, yeah, he was cool and all this, and she knew him and all this other stuff. Like, I watched, she ain't the only one. I watched a lot of people come out here and play on his name. His supposed to be partners
Facts.
and the last friends, and then next thing you know, they switched up the story. And guess what these people did? They gravitated and run the numbers up. And after you see that these people really weren't cool or they was beef with Mo 3, y'all still kept them around. Look how many of y'all running around here praising Big Black and him and Mo 3 had beef. Everybody that was against him, good or bad, was under scrutiny and attack. Like his mama, his brother, his baby mama, his kids was getting death wished on them. And everybody talking about they true fans of Mo 3. Girl, people just want something to talk about.
Real
Like
big facts.
that's why I really fell back. And like I say, y'all better hope I decide to bring my ass back and sit on the board because I'm over it. When you get over shit, you tune it all the way the fuck out. So yeah, what made me pop out today is I got a notification Adam went live. Like, yeah, that's about it. Like, yeah, no.
And I ain't lying. The only reason that in Room Shaker, you ain't never seen me do no Mo3 content. Never. But again, like I said, just listening after this bond hearing and this indictment of Yellow Beezy, y'all, it was so triggering. It put me back in that courthouse last year. And I came live so that my subscribers and my members would, if you didn't know, because some stuff, hey, if you never actually went through that process for yourself then you only know so much. You only have so much understanding of how it go, right? And everything ain't what it read on the internet. So I came to, like I said in my title, let's discuss bond hearings and how they go and what they consist of and what it doesn't consist of and what it means and what it doesn't mean. Um, that was that's that. But it's an open panel and it's an open topic. After I just said what I had to say, we can talk about whatever we want to talk about. It didn't even have to be Mo3. We could have been talking about chickens, shit. But you know, it is what it is. I came to voice my opinion on something. That's why I have a channel. um, maybe if Dallas people weren't so untrustworthy, because I ain't gonna lie, when it comes to this case, I don't trust now content creator from
How them
Dallas.
chickens doing?
Growing big and strong, baby, big and strong.
The hogs got there yet?
Huh?
Have the hogs got there yet?
The owls.
The hogs.
Oh no, we agreed to wait till the chickens start laying eggs.
Okay, okay,
Huh?
okay.
Yeah,
Cause
that's
I
what they
thought
do.
you was
They
gonna
eat
be in
them
a
too until they go sleep.
built your bull pen for the hog pen and every damn thing else. And then that's who's gonna work on the goats and shit like that.
I'm not getting no goddamn goat.
Girl,
Okay.
madam, me and this boy got into it yesterday, cause he down there with you. And I said, I got a friend trying to get me to come down there, but I ain't coming because I think she gonna try to starve me or make me eat some shit I won't eat. Cause she like gators and what you call them little red things?
Crawfish.
Crawfish. And he gonna
It's
say,
crawfish
yeah, and
season
don't
too.
forget. He gonna say, don't forget the squirrel. I say, you got me fucked up. Now I know I ain't gonna never meet her old city thing. Cause y'all eat squirrel down there. He say, girl,
I
it's
don't eat
good.
no
It tastes
fucking
just like
squirrel.
chicken.
I don't
I'm
eat
like,
squirrel, but my little brother do.
see, yeah, no. Girl, when he told me that, I instantly cussed about it. He said, damn, you got mad. I'm like, what the fuck you think you doing gonna feed me some squirrels? Like, I know you was playing. And he actually showed me a video at the cookout. They actually serve up squirrel. Cause girl, I
Hell
thought the
yeah.
motherfucker was being funny because I was fat and I started going off, man. I
No, he
started
was for
going off.
real. My father-in-law just called and excited my brother and Johnny by telling them he got a coon. Okay, a fucking raccoon. I say you nasty motherfuckers. But they is really excited about eating this fucking musky ass raccoon. I don't eat all that, room shaker. I don't
Okay.
eat all that.
Cause
Like
I was
the
like, y'all got me scared to come down there. Like,
uh-uh.
I'm not eating that shit y'all talk about. I don't want no deer. I don't want none of that. And I told him, he
I
said,
eat
gator
deer.
is
I
good. I
eat
told him, I'm
goat.
not eating no gator.
Let me tell you the off the normal diet meat that I eat. I eat deer, I eat gator, I eat goat, and I eat frog legs. Yeah. I do eat them four things that I know you know, you gotta have a certain palate for them. But yeah, but as far as the Nutri-Rats and shit, that's I'm on one of them. That's further down south. That's Candace and them. That's further down south. Here, your ass might get a little turtle, you might get a little snake, you might get a little raccoon, you might get a squirrel in a stew. That's why you just gotta be careful. You can't eat from everybody. You gotta know what you're eating. Like I know certain cousins, I ain't gonna eat. It can look good and smell good and everything, baby, but I know them. So if I know I don't know that meat, I'm not. If I didn't watch them with that meat, I'm not gonna eat it because you're not gonna trick me into eating musk ass raccoon. I just don't do it. I don't do it. I don't do it. But you know, hey, it is what it is. We might have a little bit of outlet at the Easter egg hunt, okay? But Miss B, 80 degrees where you at? I think it's 80 now. I'm having a hot flash. It's hot as fuck. Okay, it's hot as fuck. The only thing I'm concerned about is my crop and whether or not I want to go ahead and put it in the ground or keep it in the little things that I have it in because Easter coming up April 20th, and we always had that Easter snap, and I don't want that cold to fuck over my crop. So that's that on that. Can y'all hear me, or is it my audio again, or did Room Shaker go on mute? Okay, she on mute.
I hear you.
Yeah, she on mute.
I was I'm riding clients, girl. Hold on, I'm back now.
Okay,
I had to take her to the doctor.
Auto say, I couldn't be around Rain. That lying and clout chasing playing in my face will get your ass slapped. Let's just be honest though, Auto. The people that he be around and be doing that with, they be right with him because y'all gotta realize, as big as they say Dallas is, it's small. And all these motherfuckers is connected in one way or another. Just like that grandma got on that stand and say she had retired from being an officer of the court. If you think that wasn't strategic, you crazy. That woman said that she made sure that Yellow Bees went to church every Sunday. He came to stay with her on the weekends. That's a whole church family. So now you got the whole courthouse family. You got the church family. That woman say she been living in Dallas since she was 11. That's everybody she know, and that's just one side of his family. All the fucking people is connected. So they not playing in each other faces. They all know exactly what the fuck happened. They know all who was involved. They try to play in the people on the internet face. That's what they do. That's what they do. They try to play in
And
the
out of
face
all the
of the
people
people
in his family, he wanted his grandma to testify because she used to work for them.
because she was an officer of the court.
See, because she used to work for them.
Yeah, that woman say she was deputy clerk. That's how she retired. So I'm more than certain that that woman knew that fucking judge. Her and that judge knew each other. Let's just face it. The bond was getting reduced. The bond was gonna get reduced. And then they talking about how the man ain't had no money because he couldn't pay a $2 million bond. You supposed to hide your shit. I mean, come on. The nigga that killed my son tried that shit too. Trial was supposed to be on Monday, was set to start on Monday. On Wednesday, previous to that Monday, we had an emergency hearing because his lawyer tried to pull it. They haven't paid me all the money. He can't afford to pay me. We need to get him a court-appointed lawyer and push the trial back. And I'll come back as his court-appointed lawyer because I am also a court-appointed lawyer. The judge said, hell no. So this is normal. That's the point of this live, is to let y'all know that this is the normal process. There is nothing out of the ordinary about this process. If you are actually looking for truth and not clout and not numbers and not just some catchy shit, if you really were a fan of Mo 3 and you fuck with Madam, that's what this live was to let you know that that's what this, hey, it's
Hey.
normal. It's normal. There was nothing tricky about it. That's just how this shit go. That's how this shit go. That's how this shit go. That's how this shit go.
Well, I'm glad somebody with logic and common sense, because some of these people ain't never been caught up in a felony or had to go to a discovery hearing or nothing like that. And some of the way they was talking on this case was just dumb as fuck. Because at the end of the day, the prosecutor ain't gonna let you know what all they want to use against you, because they don't want your defense attorney to be up on game and be able to fight it. But a discovery hearing is gonna come about when they have to share it. But we have seen incidents where they didn't share everything right then and there, and they tried to hide it, and the judge had to sit here and make a mistrial or something. But when they want you in their grips and they got you, they gonna do whatever they have to do to make it stick.
And let me just tell y'all this. You don't even have to have a hearing for discovery.
Right.
That attorney could very well, the defense attorney could get his discovery and never have a public hearing for that. That does not have to be made public. It's a discovery packet that every defense gets. You get your discovery packet. They have to. But at a bond hearing, a bond reduction hearing, no, the prosecutor absolutely does not have to show their
Right.
hand for that. That's not what that's
Right.
for. That's for trial or the grand jury. Now, the grand jury, when they come sit in, in order to indict somebody, they absolutely have to present everything they got in front of a grand jury so that that person can be billed according to the facts or not billed. So, in order for him to even be indicted, a prosecutor presented more than what they did at that bond reduction hearing. And a grand jury came back with a true bill that said, arrest his ass. That's what happened. That's what happened. And for Mo 3 fans, because that's how I got brought here. I got brought here by two of my loved ones who were Mo 3 fans who was telling people about my sex toys. So I get it when it comes to, the fans and why they here. I don't have a celebrity, air quotes on that shit, that I get that many fucks about, okay, to be this involved. But I get it. Everybody not me and everybody not the same. Everybody is different. So for Mo3 fans, I need y'all to know that unless you go into that courtroom, unless you go into that courthouse, unless it's all made public, it's just certain shit that you just ain't gonna know. And when it comes to these Dallas bloggers, I don't care who they are, how close they is to either side. Okay, this some street shit. This is real life. It's content for everybody else. It's entertainment for everybody. But this is real life. So you'll never know. They're not gonna get on the internet and expose themselves. And then I hear a lot of people saying, well, this person been quiet, that person been quiet, this person been quiet. Let me tell y'all something. Once the proceedings actually started with my son case, the closer we got to trial, the prosecutor told me, shut the fuck up. If y'all remember, I came and told y'all that the people told me, shut the fuck up. I had somebody I don't even know, had a podcast with 100 and something thousand subscribers. I tried to find that woman shit here recently and couldn't find her inbox, who wanted me to come and do an interview. I couldn't. I couldn't. I had to stay out of the media. I had to stay off of social media as it pertained to my son. I could not discuss my son. Nothing going on with the case. Nobody involved. So if you see people getting quiet that was attached to this case, it's because they have to be. 3 wasn't no angel. The judge know about all. Wait, what you say, baby? 3 wasn't no angel. The judge know about that tollway. So Yellow kept it street. I think capital M is an overcharge and it may help Yellow walk. It just may. Sometimes, listen, and this is a public case. Yellow got a lot of ties and connections. Um, 3 was the menace, according to, hey, according to them, 3 was the menace out of the group. So they could have just charged Yellow, like just like when the police shoot somebody and kill somebody, how they indict them, but they won't get convicted. They'll overcharge them. They do that. They do that. They do that. They will absolutely overcharge somebody so that the public can shut the fuck up, knowing that they should have charged them with something lesser, okay? And knowing that a jury will not convict them on that high charge. Okay? Let's just be honest. Yellow did keep it street when it first of all, 3 and Yellow. Let me just say that. 3 and Yellow did not keep anything street. They both was performing K-rotivities. Okay? They both got on the internet. Once you get on the internet and tell people what you doing, that is not street. That is the new K-Roll activities. K-Roll syrup. There ain't no more drink left in the paint. Do you understand me? And both of them did it. 3 and motherfucking Beezy. They both did it. They both did it. They both got on the internet and told what they did, told about their beef. That ain't street. That might be the new street, but that's self-snitching. Okay? That's self-snitching. That's just what that is. Um, 3 did his own work and Yellow took the fucking choice of paying somebody. Him and whoever else paid, because they definitely said he paid a portion. So whoever the other people was that paid portions, they took a risk. They gambled their lives in the hands of somebody else. And that's what we watching unfold. So there's that too. I believe this will be federal in a few minutes. Why you think it's gonna be federal, Otto? What part of it make it federal?
The pay for hire gonna at least be enough to trigger a RICO or something.
Um, to hire somebody to kill somebody should be a RICO.
With all the parties involved, especially if they could prove the gang activity was behind it.
Now that is what they would have to do. They would have to prove that it was some gang activity, but just multiple people getting together to put a hit out on somebody, that ain't got to be a RICO. That could be everybody that they can
I know,
prove
but ain't all
getting
of them in
charged.
the game. That's because ain't all of them in the game or something.
Yeah, because we did hear Key one or Devin, one of them holler GRC. You know,
Yeah.
they started hollering GRC, so it definitely could be. It definitely could be. It definitely could be, y'all. It could be. We don't know. We just gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see.
Now let me
Um
ask you this: you think there's gonna be some more bloodshed as more bodies get exposed down there?
um I think I know for a fact that it done been more bloodshed. They just wasn't popular. They wasn't
Right.
popular enough so the whole world didn't know. But it
Okay.
absolutely
Okay.
was more bloodshed. Like, for instance, I heard people saying about the 40,000, and they like, was that for three and boosted? But they forgetting about Bubba. I hear him
Right.
speaking about Roy Lee, but Bubba wasn't no, Bubba wasn't entertainer, so nobody is remembering Bubba. They talking
Right.
about Mo3 getting killed on the highway, but everybody forgetting about the neurosurgeon that got shot on the highway. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of shit that's going on in them streets. And one thing about the streets is I don't give a fuck how close you are to them. If you ain't in them, you ain't gonna know. You gonna know what they want you to know. You
Right.
either in out or you die in the fucking middle. But as far as them saying Mo3 people, it had been 4, 5 years and Mo3 people didn't do nothing as far as the street goes. I'm gonna tell y'all, like I told my son friends when this shit first happened with my son. Y'all can go do something crash dummy if you want to. But my son is the victim in an open murder case. I wouldn't go commit no crimes right now in his name, I wouldn't touch nobody who got eyes on them in a fucking open murder case. Okay, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Be like
It's an
Lil
open
Durk.
murder case.
People that you call your homies man wires because they can't take the time that's gonna come with it.
And I did hear that. Did y'all not hear that? I heard, or at least I think I heard that fucking prosecutor say that they had
I
someone
did.
close to him
I watched
that
it.
wore a
Yep.
white. Okay, then. So everybody's saying, Devin, is it Devin or is it Key One? Is it Devin or is it Key One? Baby, it's somebody out. It's somebody free. It's somebody that was able to get close to him and wear a wire. Devin and Key One in jail and been in jail. So it wasn't them two. So they absolutely have somebody else that is working for the prosecutor against Yellow Beezy. Hey, it is what it is. It is what the fuck it is. I think it's a very interesting case. Um, I ain't mad at nobody for being glued in, but to me, it's no different than all the other cases that I watch because that's all I watch, y'all. Like I'm into crime TV. I'm into true life crime. I always have been since before it was a hashtag, since before the internet. I got an auntie, God bless the dead, baby. She used to go to everybody's funeral. I think that's where I got it from, because whether she knew you or not, she was at the funeral. She had to get her obituary. If we was in a car and the ambulance or police passed by, baby, she wanted to go see where they was going. We was on the scene, and I spent a lot of time with that auntie. I think maybe that's where I got it from. Um, so to me, this case is a case like every other case. It's twists, it's turns, um, and it's heartbreak. I believe they're gonna find out about a lot of unsolved crime, pressure bust pipes. Absolutely, absolutely. And then you got the fact that it's been so long and so much be happening in that time frame that one thing might happen, then a year might go by, so you've been forgot about that. Then something else happened, but you forgot about what happened the previous year. Let's not forget that right around the time that all this was going on, this war on Dallas, as Polar coined it, um, Dallas Police Department files got hacked. Dallas Police Department files got hacked. Hey, Big O. So there's a lot of corruption inside of Dallas Police Department on a grand level, on a grand scale at that. Okay? Let's not fucking forget that. Let's not forget that. We talking bond hearings and criminal proceedings processes, Big O. That's all. That's it. That's what we doing. That's what we doing.
How you think Sean G gonna feel about this when he come out? Hopefully he don't get wrapped up in it.
Well, he's a witness.
Oh wow. So I
He
remember
was
for
on
one
the
minute they were trying to pretend like he played the part in it.
he was a witness. Now from according to Mink, when I heard
Mm,
about Sean G being a witness, he was a witness because he talked to Mo3 on the phone and knew where he was at.
mm,
But I also heard a theory that I was like, well, yeah, that do make sense. Sean G was already a convicted felon, right? He wasn't supposed to have a firearm, right?
mm-hmm.
And we've heard that when it came to street shit, Mo3 didn't fuck with Rain on real street shit. He fucked with Sean G on real street shit. So I'm
And then
thinking
they
Sean
said that
G,
he allegedly had fell out with Sean G and cut Sean G out. Because they was trying to say for a minute that Sean G got arrested in that car that supposed to been on the highway that Soakmo 3 as well.
the black Camaro. Sean G, in fact, at the
Mm-hmm.
time had a black Camaro. So I kind of heard that they were saying that, Sean G, Mo3 thought that the black Camaro was Sean G. That Sean G allegedly was supposed to be secretly on guard outside of the apartment that night. I've heard that that's that Sweet Pea, Sean G told Sweet Pea what a gun was, and Sweet Pea went got the gun out the car. I don't know. I think it'll be very interesting. Um, I would really love to see this trial. I really would.
Right,
And and then I want y'all to know this too. Certain facts, just because they're true, don't mean they'll be able to be submitted into evidence as trial at trial. Okay, some truth will be suppressed, so you gotta know that too. I need the
right,
people who are really interested in this case for genuine reasons because you bonded with Mo3 music or what it got you through a hard time, whatever reason the fans have genuine love and concern for this man's case. I need y'all to know what really is going on and what y'all have to look forward to. Certain facts, like they saying Mo3 was a terrorist, like he did this on the tollway. I can remember sitting in the jury selection, right? Because I was there every time. Thank you, Big O, for my $2. Okay, shout out to Big O for coming through with his $2. Um, I can remember the jury selection process, right? I was sitting in the back of the courtroom and I was texting with the district attorney, and I had my sticky notes. Okay, I had looking on Facebook, seeing who was connected to who, making sure that they didn't sneak none of their people in on the jury. But I can also remember the prosecutor asking the jury, who has been involved in a crime before? What kind of crime? Have you ever been a victim of a crime? And I remember sending up a sticky note to him for people who were saying, like, my car got broke into, and my gun was stolen, my house got broke into. Well, y'all, I did a live when my son first went to jail on the charge he went to jail, home invasion. And I remember writing that sticky note and telling him if they ever had their house broke into or their car broke into, let's not select them because Cardell done did that. Like, and they might bring it up. And on a break, he told me, don't worry about that. They will not be able to bring up your son's past because it has nothing to do with the fact that he got killed. They tried to say that my son had robbed the nigga that killed him. Well, guess what? That was two separate cases. At the end of the day, what y'all think gonna be allowed and what y'all think is gonna come out just may not come out. That's my point in it. Okay, it just may not come out. Like the defense in my son case, their star witness tried to bring up my son's past. They got her ass right on up out of there for that. Like, nah, we ain't that ain't got nothing to do with this case. What does that have to do with this case? So yeah, that she wasn't able to. Because I mean, in all honesty, in the streets, my son, like I said, this case remind me so much, it's triggering, right? Because I didn't raise my son to be street, but that was the life that he chose for himself. He wanted to do music and he wanted to be in the streets. And one thing about him is he wasn't playing street, like wasn't no playing street with him. It wasn't no playing street with him. You wasn't gonna get on the internet and threaten his life. You wasn't gonna You wasn't gonna play with him like that. He was coming to see about it in real time. He was coming to see about it. When my son got killed, a lot of motherfuckers that play street in Alexandria was very happy that he was gone, and they were very vocal on social media. They celebrated his death. They put my son on a fucking cigarello. I mean, on a backwood, put his face on a backwood day one on social media. I told y'all I was getting trolled like a bitch on Facebook when my son got killed because in them streets, you couldn't play with KO. Okay? You couldn't play with KO. It was a lot of people who nuts dropped soon as KO life ended. You know what I'm saying? So I get that aspect of it. No, we know damn well Mo3 was not some innocent victim. You know what I'm saying? But the way the law works is unless you were in imminent danger, you do not have the right to take somebody's life. Mo3 was not robbing Yellow Beezy at the time. I don't give a fuck how much he trolled him. At the end of the day, the way the law work is even if Yellow Beezy defense try to say Mo3 was the one who shot him, and they line up Mo3 song to what happened to Yellow Beezy on the tollway. The way the law works is they're gonna want to know where's the case number. If you kept it street, then you gotta keep that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not gonna be allowed, y'all. It's not that's not gonna be a defense that they can use because there is no you kept it street. Unfortunately for Yellow Beezy, when he kept it street, when that happened to him, he won't be able to use that as a defense. Thank you, Miss B. Thank you, Miss B. I mean, it is what it is, baby. It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, we know that Mo3 did this. We know that Mo3 did that. But unless there is a criminal record of it, then it's not a good defense. You can't she on a Collins here locally. I covered that. They had a whole episode of it on For My Man. You can go on YouTube right now and look up Stormy Kofa, and you will pull up Kiana Collins got videos and Snapchat videos of her for 3 months harassing this young lady, following behind her in the car, challenging her to fight, in front of her house, challenging her to come in the street. And the day of the death, they had two fights, and after one of them, Stormy shot Kiana one time. It killed her on impact, and she's now doing the remainder of her life in prison. At the trial, they tried to submit the evidence of Kiana harassing Stormy all them years, and guess what? The judge said there's not a police report for that. Why didn't you contact the police? So the fact that Yellow didn't contact the police, the fact that he kept it street, is actually gonna hurt him more than it's gonna help him in this trial. That honestly, like it actually speaks to motive. It speaks to a motive. If he believed Mo3 in fact was responsible for shooting him, that's motive for him to pay these people. and he never told the police that. That means he a street nigga, whether he had a record or not. That means he a street nigga, and he decided that instead of handling it the legal way, he decided he was gonna keep it street. He wasn't gonna tell police, and he was gonna keep it street. So that actually do more hurt than good. Quick to react over nothing. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how his defense is gonna come. We will see. We shall see. You right. It's emotional immaturity of viewers of you. All you need is one out of the 12 jury members not to see capital M because of the beef. Correct. Correct. You do. Hey, don't play what's happening. You're absolutely right. This could go either. It could go any way. Oh, I watched that show. I'm gonna have to find one. I know someone on that show too. She's in jail for life. She tried to kill my cousin, and that didn't happen. Then she indeed to someone else. Yeah, yeah. Like the way, just because we think things should go some kind of way, just because we feel things should go some sort of way, doesn't mean that that's what the law states. Y'all gotta know the law. You got to know the criminal codes. You got to know the criminal procedures. You got to know the law. You got to know the law. That's the whole reason lawyers have to go to law school, okay? That's why they say the dumbest defendant is one who represents themselves for some shit like that. You know, you got to know these court cases. You got to know precedent. It's a lot that goes into that. Not just how we feel, not just what really happened, okay? It's not enough to know the truth. It's not enough to know the truth. It's not even enough to be able to prove the truth. If they were to be able to prove that Mo3 in fact did shoot Yellow Beezy, there still will be more harm for Yellow Beezy than good, because that is a motive. That's a motive. That's why you did what you did. That's still not gonna help. Now, what I want to know is how the fuck they gonna find an impartial jury. And also, what I want to know is if Yellow Beezy's grandmother, in fact, is a retired officer of the court, then what they gonna hold court at? Because I definitely, if I was the prosecutor, I'd be filing a motion to move venues, baby. We'll have to go somewhere she ain't work. We definitely wouldn't be in Dallas County. We definitely would not be in Dallas County. If I was a prosecutor, that's how y'all gonna know, right? If that prosecutor, after now finding that Yellow Beezy's grandmother is in fact a retired deputy clerk, officer of the court, and he don't file for a change of venue for Beezy, then y'all know that he overcharged Beezy, and the state actually has no intention of this man being convicted. It may have been pressure on them from the public. It may have been pressure on them from the neurosurgeon. It may have been pressure on them from O3 Mama, and let's not forget, this is an election year. I kept saying that a long time ago when they first indicted Yellow Beezy. I think I was at 88 again. And they was like, who the judge, who the judge? And I said, y'all better remember this is an election year. This is an election year. This is an election year. So, hey, that part, they need to transfer it. That's a conflict. Yes, that's definitely a conflict of interest. Absolutely. T motherfucking clean. What's happening? I knew that was you before I got damn me even look backstage. What's the
Man, you know
motherfucking
what's
deal?
going on. What's up, y'all?
But that capital M is an overcharge when it's ongoing beef. If they don't reduce it, Yellow probably walk. So another thing y'all gotta know is when they send the jury back their instructions, okay, I'm again used me in court last year in September of 2024 with a murder charge with my son case. When they send back the jury instructions, they have the choice to elect not guilty, guilty of second-degree murder, guilty of manslaughter, or justifiable homicide. So just because the indictment was for second-degree murder, so just because the indictment is for capital murder, right, doesn't mean that the jury won't be instructed that they have the right to elect a lesser charge. That's how that shit go too. What's the deal, T Clean?
What it do? What it do? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, baby.
How you been?
All is well, man. All is well. It's sowing season, baby. I've been sowing my seeds in the dirt.
Oh, okay. I'm here to talk about it with you. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So what's your opinions thus far?
What's the subject? We on yellow? Or we on all rappers?
We on. I'm talking all of it. I ain't. I said let's talk bond hearings. It ain't even
I'm
just yellows.
like they said, 2024 was the moment of truth, and 2025 is the moment of incarceration.
Let's talk. So
Well,
I
what's
said
done
that
in the
too.
dark, man. It's the light of 25. You know what I'm saying?
I said that too, and I said, it's a lot of people that feel sorry for these people, but and I didn't exclude my son because I've been using my son's case as a point of reference. When you speak death and destruction, they got to come back. It got to come back. It got to come
That's
back.
how it works. No,
It
nobody
got to
want to
come back.
believe. They believe how it works, but they just don't want to go through what works for. I don't know what works for them. I don't know. It's a sad
Motherfuckers want to
situation.
be exemptions and exceptions to law. And I ain't talking about the legal system. I'm talking about the law of the land, man. Like what you put out, you get back. You know what I'm saying? You better be able to eat what the fuck you serve. That's law. That's law. So, at the end of the day, the devil reward, man.
Mm, mm, mm.
So they may see financial benefits from it, but that's of this world and the devil reward. That ain't a blessing from the most high. That's a reward from the devil.
Yeah, it's scary though because they was all friends with Yellow. All right, the thing with Salsa, the street saying that he set that up. He set that up. Memphis saying he set that up. And who else done went to jail?
And how the fuck
Big U,
NBA young
Big
boy
U,
keep getting
Brick
out?
Baby and them in jail. They just talk their way into incarceration.
Well, I mean, but they been so here the thing, right? I heard it was like, why not? My husband said, why? Well, why not? I said, you
Why not
forgot
what?
that.
What he
Why?
say?
Like how big you them? They
Uh-huh.
been had that check-in process. Why now do y'all want them convicted? And I had to think about it. When the Olympics was going to Atlanta, y'all, remember they came out with the red dogs to clean the streets of Atlanta before the Olympics came? The Olympics is headed to Los Angeles. So they
And
got
they
the
want a smart city.
yeah, they got to
They
clean the
got a
streets
lot to
up.
do with it. Yeah, yeah, okay.
They got to clean the streets up. So what they normally put up with, you finna have the entire world with their eyes plastered on that city. So
God
yeah, they got
damn.
to they got to clean some of that shit up. You can't have a check-in process for celebrities while the Olympics going on. You got
But you know who said who next? The two that's next to get messed up.
oh,
Jermaine Dupri and Yo Gotti.
hey, it is what the fuck it is. So what Jermaine Dupri did with his little quiet
Um,
sneak ass.
that got something to do with Chris Kelly bringing up his lawsuit and stuff, and Gotti is with the payoff from the CMG label about having services done to unalive somebody and pay for court fees. They found that. That shit sad as hell, man. What Dirk doing? Is he gonna get a bond? Hell, Beasley got a bond. Why Dirk didn't get a bond?
I don't know. That could be up to the state. Was Dirk state charge or fed?
Damn. This a federal RICO charge.
Oh, well, that's why that nigga ain't got no
Yeah, that's federal
bond.
RICO charge. My bad.
Yeah, that's why that nigga ain't got no bond. B's a state charge. He got a little
Yeah,
state
yeah.
charge.
He stayed in Texas with his, and Dirk done went to other states with his. Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he got a little state, got him a little state charge. You know what I'm saying? He just going up against the state prosecutor. He's not going up against the United States federal government. So. And then the good thing about it is Yellow Beezy Granny was a clerk of that same motherfucking state in
I
the court
heard about
system.
that too.
Yeah, man.
They're real NBA young boy out. All
Yeah,
right.
that's what I
Pooh
said. How the fuck
Shiesty is out.
how the
Pooh
fuck NBA,
Shiesty is out. NBA young boy out. All right.
how these people keep getting out of jail with these charges, man?
Man, okay, to the public to protect the safety of incarcerated individuals, we would look it up and it would say 2027, right? Inside, what
Mm-hmm.
they can see is it's called blue dates, it's called window dates, and all that, or street time, whatever you want to say.
Right.
Their date is different. The blue and red date is different. The red date is for us to look at. The blue date is their real date to get out. But it's either 2 days before they get out or 2 days, 2 days, 2 weeks before they get out. We say the 15th on a blue date, they can get out on the 5th. You dig what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that's how they getting out. When we look up the charge and we look up what they signed for, that's when they get out to us. But when you get in there, you have 3-for-1s, 2-for-1s. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So that it seemed like 2 years on a 2-for-1 is what you dig what I'm saying, man? What
Yeah, that's a year. So
12? Half
look,
of 24 is 12. You dig?
See, clean. That nigga NBA young boy got out too fast, man. I had just found out that my son, you quarter brother by love, that's responsible for this pellet that's still sitting in my fucking thigh, was this nigga motherfucking Sally. When he got caught with that cell phone, my son, you quarter brother by love, took that lick for him. You know what I'm saying? I just told them, tell that nigga, come to my motherfucking YouTube channel. And then the nigga
Okay.
got out. I said, ain't that a bitch?
He out like a mug. He is
Ain't
out.
that a bitch?
That man got out for 3 hours and did a video. Yeah.
But again, I think they getting out because, like I say, the devil reward. The devil reward. You know, at the end of the day, these big music execs, they want you to speak this death and destruction. You know, so long as
Mhm.
you still doing they motherfucking
Well, you
bidding.
say, hey, man, hey. I know, man. I got a family to feed. That's what he said. I got a family to feed. I got people I got to take care of. Man, you get your ass on somewhere like this. Yeah, being a hypocrite, did you just say?
Hmm.
Man, this shit crazy.
But when
This
people
shit
tell you
crazy.
they truth and you choose not to believe them, who that's on, them or you?
Mm. That's all you, baby. Somebody show you who they really are. Please believe them.
Uh-huh. So if
Please
these
believe
people
them.
tell you, hey, I get it, that the shit that we pushing, it may kill you motherfuckers, but it makes sure my family and me eat good. And then you keep on supporting it. Who the fuck that's on? You or them?
Oh,
That's on
this shit
you.
crazy.
That's on
This shit
you.
is
You know.
crazy. You hear me?
When you say that's on me, baby.
Guess who cooked this shit?
Your daughter?
No. Hell no.
Miko?
No. BJ.
Oh,
Well, who
okay.
did it? Cause we the guest three
Check the
times.
phone. You
Oh, you can leave it open. I'm on live. I'm
Hey,
on live
husband.
with Madam. See,
Hey,
Madam is
husband.
different. She a different host. She like she open your eyes to some shit. Oh, we gotta raise it up, man.
okay, what's your
We talking about these rappers. The subject is what's gonna happen next. What was the subject, Madam?
So I came live and my title is Let's Talk Bond Hearings because after the Yellow Beezy bond hearing, I was listening to all these content creators, you know, with these big platforms, and it was a lot of ignorance. I was
Yeah.
hearing a lot of fucking ignorance about what a bond hearing is, what it's the purpose of it, what happens, what it means, what it doesn't mean. And in the event that I just went through this whole process with my son murder case last year, I came so that the people who fuck with me could know if they didn't for personal reasons, how this shit really go. Okay, what this whole criminal justice process is. Now, once I completed that, the panel is open, the topics are open. So we were just talking about these entertainers this year and all this that's being exposed and they being convicted, they being indicted, you know, just the whole game, the whole system. And why everybody may look at them like, oh, I love this rapper, I fuck with their music so heavy, we done got through this many times. You got to realize that that rapper was somebody's child too, you know, that's somebody's loved one, and they're a real person. So you don't know what they did. And then that music you was listening to, what were they speaking? Were they speaking death and destruction over the community? Why wouldn't you think they would get death and destruction back in their life if that's what they was putting out? You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's multifaceted, and we just talking about it all, Mr. T Clean.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, you do get back what you put in. What about you, Slim?
I believe so too. What you put into this world is what you get out this world. You know what I'm
The
saying? That's
tongue is
punk.
mightier than the sword.
Say it again.
The tongue is mightier than the sword.
Right. Right. You speak things into existence. Call
Right.
fruition.
And then they said, you know, Beezy kept his street. They was online. If they was first of all, Mo3 or Yellow Beezy didn't keep shit straight. None of these rappers are people who get online and beef publicly, who make songs about the crimes they commit. That is not keeping it street. Just because they didn't go and file a police report or you know, something like that, because they didn't go in and technically file it, I don't mean the guy that once they brought it to the internet, they was telling that ain't street. What? It's the fact that so many people think that street that lets me know that I made the right choice many years ago when I decided to be get square.
Mm. There's only two S's, street or scrap.
Street or square. And I'm a big L7. Big, big, big L7. Okay? Because I can't swim in all this K-Roll they got. Ain't no more drink left in the paint, baby. It ain't nothing but K-Roll syrup. Okay. And it's tricky. It's tricky.
Using it. I'm going right there, man. I'm using it. I'm using it right there.
Yeah, the
I'm using it.
K-rotivities is what I call it, T Clean. Okay.
K-rotivity.
K-rotivities. That's K-ro and activities combined it to be K-rotivities. When
Mm.
these alleged street niggas get online and get to telling what they doing, rapping about what they did, they telling on themselves, baby. That's not street. That's not gangster. That ain't,
Yeah.
that ain't what that is.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
And
I
and, and it's
really hate. You
as
heard what happened? You heard what happened to You heard what happened to Boogie sister, Big Boogie? You know
got
Boogie
killed
from
in that car wreck.
Louisiana, huh?
Got killed in that when the police T-boned that car, that nigga wouldn't pull over.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
talk
that's sad.
about that.
Man,
What
why he
you
was
think he
why he
gonna
was
get a
doing that
bond
fake ass
assessment? You think he
screaming?
gonna get a bond assessment in Arkansas?
I don't know, but
$2
why he
million
was screaming
bond.
like that?
What you say, Cuz?
You got $2 million bond.
He got $2 million bond.
Oh,
You think Boogie gonna get him out of jail, madam?
why the fuck would Boogie
I
get him?
wouldn't.
I'm gonna go down here and talk to Boogie Auntie right quick and
I
see what she
wouldn't.
got to say.
Shit. Like, nigga, why
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna
just
holler
ain't
at
pull
Boogie
over?
Auntie. I know she got something to say. They was on the porch yesterday looking sad, looked like they finna cry. For real, they look like they finna cry on their porch yesterday.
uh Yella and Trap Boy absolutely. Yella absolutely also was on the internet talking about him and Mo3 beef. They absolutely both on both sides. They absolutely on both sides got on the internet talking about how they was beefing. Both sides.
That's just this like damn, that's scary to me.
Now with the
Y'all was
Boogie
close as hell.
sister,
All three of y'all was close as hell with him. Mama said you were ever close.
yeah, but see, when stand for something, fall for anything, man, it's tricky. And when you, if somebody can come in, T Clean, and me and you come up together, and we got a bond, if some third motherfucking party can come in and create a bridge between us, you wouldn't that bond was never solid
From the first place.
from the first place.
Oh man.
From the
We
first
had clay but
motherfucking
didn't
place.
have concrete, huh?
You understand what I'm saying? Me and my
Yeah.
best friend been best friends since sixth grade. We 42 years old, 41 years old this year. Since we were 12 years old. Ain't no third party motherfucker gonna be able to come and say nothing. Ain't no amount of money gonna be able to come between us. That's just what that is.
I gotta say, yeah, I know motherfucker back there.
It's hot out there too. It's hot here today too, y'all.
It's a beautiful day.
Man, it's cloudy and hot. It's humid than a motherfucker. Here come this Louisiana humidity, man.
That's that south. That's that region, man. That's that region weather.
Yeah, that's that third coast, baby. If you bitches still getting relaxers, here's the time to sweat that shit out your motherfucking head, baby. They finna sweat it out. Beautiful time to have locked hair. You understand what I'm saying? But yo, that now as far as the Boogie sister, Ace Boogie sister situation, I think the police and the driver both was wrong because they been said in federal
Ace
court that
Boogie. Ace Boogie.
yeah, that nigga there. They been took that to the federal court about high speed chases and dangers to the public. And if he was going as fast as they say he was going, T-boning him put everybody else on that interstate at risk. So, you know what I'm saying? At some point, you should have just got the motherfucking license plate number and retract fell back, man. I don't think T-boning was the right thing to do at the speed that they say he was going as it pertains to the police. And then as it pertains to him, Nigga, if you know you speeding like that, nigga, pull the fuck over. You got all these people lives in your hands. You thought shit was sweet. And now look at you. Now look at the people you love, nigga. You done got them. You responsible for them people getting killed.
Sad situation. Sad.
Sad situation.
Yeah, though. I'm like this right here, though, madam. If you get on live, why is you on live? Your spouse just died. You
Man,
you know it too. If she got ejected from that car, I know why you crying.
but
You
do you
crying
believe
out of
that nigga was
shame.
really crying? Like,
You
what was he
crying
on?
out of shame. It wasn't no tears coming down. When you looked at that camera and saw that how many people was looking at you on live, you started back up hollering.
Ooh, that fucking
I
hollering
said
got on my
he had like
nerves.
he got a attention deficit.
Yeah, he was a little slow. He had to be a little slow.
Yeah.
He had to be a little slow. That fucking hollering gave me a fucking headache. His mama hung up in his face. That nigga mama
hey,
hung up. Like,
hey,
nigga, if you don't stop all
I
that
don't
stupid
mean to
ass
laugh
hollering.
because I don't mean to laugh, send my condolences, but I'm saying like she was hollering and he was hollering. She just hung up. She
That
just
nigga
hung up.
called back and say,
He
why
did
you
he call back?
hung
He
up?
showed called back. He showed twice.
Why you hung up? Nigga, because if you don't shut the fuck up.
She said, pull over, pull over.
Like, come on. Rest in peace to them, man. My condolences to the family. But hey, I mean, it is what it is. It is what the fuck it is, man. That dude, they're crazy. Why
I'm
do
like,
everybody?
are they rolling? Are they rolling?
Bitch, I might be. Blame it on the
Is,
G.
is, is, the, is, the, is the intoxication coming down to drugs or something? I don't know.
Man, that
I
man
don't
had to
know.
be high
What
to
y'all
explain with
doing
that
way out
motherfucking
there
hollering.
anyway? Huh?
All that goddamn hollering. That man had to be high. He had to be.
Look, real people from Memphis don't fuck with Arkansas, man. I'm just saying, we don't mess with Mississippi or Arkansas. Them two places you don't go.
Hey,
You don't go there. There's too many sundown town laws. There's too many of
absolutely.
those. That's why you
Absolutely.
got pulled over. That's why.
Absolutely.
Then
And
you in
then
a part of Arkansas I ain't never heard of. That's something you drive through. Why is you down there? We went out to eat. Y'all couldn't eat nowhere else. What's really going on? Now I can understand if somebody stayed down there and they dropping them off. I'm really trying to see what tourist attraction, what restaurant, what entertainment is outside of whatever part of Arkansas they were. You want mine? Yeah, you can look in the sock dresser in there. So I'm like, what would pull you to come and go there and entertain yourself? It's nothing there. Ain't nothing in Arkansas. Let me see what's in Arkansas.
not a
Nothing.
goddamn thing.
Nothing. That you see how fast it was? I ain't have to think. I ain't have to click. I ain't have to, let me see. You know, it's nothing. I can't name nothing. Nothing famous, nothing. I don't even know if they got a tourist video ad.
They don't even welcome tourists there. The fuck is you doing there then? You know? But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Every city got even, well, Little Rock, no, Hot Springs or some got a little Arkansas ad for you to come and taste their spring water. I don't know. But one thing I do know,
one thing she do know, and then she went dark. She'll be right back though, y'all. She'll be right back.
I'm right here. I'm right
Oh,
here.
there she go. There she go. It's unfortunate. So you gotta watch who you get in the car with. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm quite sure they was probably telling him nigga pull over too. You heard his mama telling him to pull over. I'm quite sure they was telling his ass to pull over too. You know what I'm saying? So
What would you do with this? Would you jump out the window?
and he going 100 and something miles per hour. Hell no. What can you do? You really can't do shit. Your life in his hands. What can you? You gonna jump out the window, T Clean?
Damn. Okay, this one I'm gonna do. I'm
What's
in the
happening?
back
Whoa.
seat. I'm gonna jump from the back seat. I'm gonna get in the driver's seat. I'm gonna put my foot on the motherfucking brake.
Cause nigga, you gonna stop. You gonna pull this motherfucker over before you kill us all.
Hey, don't them what kind of truck that was? That's one of them new junks. So the parking thing ain't on the driver's side no more. It's in the it's up on the dashboard or on the middle or something like that. It's a little button now. Hit that
You
motherfucking parking brake, all our ass gonna have whiplash.
you gonna hit that emergency brake on that motherfucking ass?
Yeah, yeah, back in the day, the emergency brake was on the driver's side and they put their foot down.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I'd have had to punch him in his head or something. Like nigga, you go nigga, you chill out, nigga. But
Now they
well, I
said
don't get in the
if
car with
you're
everybody.
innocent, you supposed to hang some white out the window. Some
Yeah.
white out the window. The police know that's a signal. You ain't got shit to do with this shit. Hang your hands out the window or something. Be doing where they
And what
can
you gonna
see.
do if the nigga lock the window?
Hey, hey, the police chasing y'all. You in the rearview mirror like I ain't got shit to do with this. You gotta
Right,
shake your
right.
head. You gotta shake your head with your hands up, all type of shit to let them
Cause
know
the
this
nigga done
shit.
locked the window, T Clean. You can't roll your window down. The nigga done hit the lock button like you a child. He done hit the lock button on the window, T Clean. You
Well,
you
he
can't
didn't
even
lock
roll your
my
window.
motherfucking foot. He didn't lock my foot.
I'd have had to punch him in his motherfucking head a couple of times. Like niggas, you tripping. You tripping. You
But
know?
guess what? It ain't child lock on the passenger side in the front. They on the back. You're never supposed to keep your child in no front seat on the new car. Now you can't lock that goddamn front door no more. You can lock them two backs though.
Give him a concussion real quick. Yeah, bitch, stop. Like that the
I'm
police would have said.
opening that door. I'm hanging out that motherfucker. Hey! I ain't got shit to do with this, man. Bugs and everything getting in my mouth. I don't give a damn. We going 100 miles an hour.
Be
Shit.
careful who you get in the car with. You know what I'm
Look, my
talking
daddy done pulled down in his drop top. Look, my dad done pulled that off. That ain't my daddy.
about?
That's my mama-in-law.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yep, I gotta go, madam.
All right, baby. Thank you for coming up, T Clean. Drop your link in the chat.
All right, my love.
Y'all go visit my girl T Clean over there in Memphis. Goddamn me, she be doing her big one. I love her content. Don't get mad at the drunk nigga that come up and know everything. Don't pay him no mind, okay? He just a drunk uncle that come up and know every motherfucking thing it is to know about every motherfucking thing. And what he know is gonna always be the opposite of what the fuck you say, okay? So don't count that against her, okay? Uh, but yeah, so Bees is actually from Arkansas too. You know what I'm talking about? Right back on that. Right back on that. The grandma say she moved to Dallas when she was 11. So, you know, he got family in Arkansas. His bloodline come from Arkansas. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, that's what I wanted to bring y'all. That's what I wanted to give y'all. So again, let's recap, okay? Um, because I'm almost at 2 hours. I'm gonna give y'all 2 hours. So, first and foremost, a bond reduction hearing. That's not where the people got to come and present their hand. That is not where the people got to come and tell y'all what all they got. That is not a grand jury hearing. That is not trial. Okay. Discovery. They don't have to have a hearing for the defense to get a discovery package. The defense is entitled to that package anyway. More than likely, the only time there is a hearing for discovery is when the defense receives the discovery package and wants to challenge something in the discovery. Then you will have a hearing for that. The bond hearing itself has nothing to do with guilt or innocence or if the prosecution has enough evidence. Okay. A grand jury has already returned a true bill and felt the prosecution had enough evidence to indict. Okay, so they indicted, and now the process has begun. Um, Everything that you think is supposed to be shown or presented as evidence, just because it's true, does not mean that it will be admitted into record, does not mean that a jury will get to hear it or consider it when they are considering their verdict. Yellow has a right to have a trial by judge or a trial by jury. That is completely up to the defense. If I were Yellow and the prosecutor didn't change venues, I would have a trial by judge. I'm gonna just be honest, because there are way more Mo3 fans than there are Yellow Beezy fans. Um, and I would have a trial by judge. If my grandma was retired from the motherfucking deputy clerk position in that same courthouse, yeah, give me the judge, man. Let the judge decide my fate. You know what I'm saying? Um, but who knows? Because if they don't move venues, then you're gonna have people from Dallas that will be a part of that jury. And from just what we can see on the internet, Dallas is behind Beezy. Okay, let's just be honest. Most real Mo3 fans are not in the city of Dallas. Mo people is actually behind Beezy and that side of this line that was drawn in the sand. They actually came on here and moved narratives all around like it was a fucking gumbo pot. Um, so yeah. We also did hear that um there was a witness that wore a wire, okay, and recorded Beezy. So then we know that was not Keywan or Devin, that is in fact a third person. Because Keywan and Devin have been in jail this whole time. So they could not have worn a wire and recently got Yellow Beezy to say E fuck thing. Okay, so we do know that. We do know that they are not saying that Yellow Beezy was the sole person that paid for Mo3's murder. That's not what they're accusing him of. They said a portion. He is one of the people who paid a portion. So there's that as well. Um, Whether Yellow Beezy paid that amount of bond does not mean he broke. Okay, that's not what that mean. Okay, um, that mean he didn't want to pay the 2 million. It is his legal right and due process in the courts of the United States of America for him to request a bond reduction. So that's why he received the hearing. The judge saw fit to reduce the bond. That is at her discretion. There are factors in fixing bail amounts that you could probably find on your state legislature page, website. I found it when it came to my son's case. But guess what? In the state of Louisiana, there are 10 factors to fixing bail amounts. My son's murderer met 8 out of 10 of those factors to have the $1 million bond that the grand jury said should be set. The only one that worked in his favor was could he afford it or not? That was the only thing the defense presented to the judge, was that he couldn't afford it. And guess what? The judge sided with the defense. And he went from a $1 million bond, which is what the charge of second-degree murder carries, which is what the grand jury suggested his bond be, to 100,000. Okay. But again, that does not mean that they don't have enough evidence, because guess what happened? That nigga is serving the rest of his natural fucking life in Louisiana Department of Corrections at the end of the day. So unless you there, unless you a part of it, y'all just ain't gonna know. And please, hey, I'm gonna ask this in vain, and I already know it. But I wouldn't be me if I wouldn't. To you content creators who are covering this, y'all please be mindful that Mo3 was born to his mom and father as Melvin Noble. He's an entertainer. He was an entertainer, but at the end of the day, y'all, that's somebody's child. So be mindful of what you're saying and what you're putting out here on the internet for everybody to see. He does have children who are getting older, who I'm quite sure have cell phones, who I'm quite sure have access to the internet. And that's that's for all involved parties. What you put out, you get back, man. And so, hey, I mean, I know it run your numbers up. I know it get you a fatter YouTube check. But just remember that the people that you covering, that this happened to, most of the shit they did was behind money too. And look how they end up. So yeah, be careful of the motherfucking check you chasing. You know what I'm saying? The devil rewards. Um, so yeah, I'll be right along with y'all looking at this case, looking at the case about the little girl whose fucking daddy killed her and molested her, I think they said. Like I'm a true crime junkie. I am. So I'll be looking, I'll be watching. And anytime I feel like I want to contribute my own opinion, I might type it in somebody else's chat. But anytime I feel like I have something to contribute to my subscribers, the people who fuck with Madam over here in the quarters, and I want them to know about a certain process, I'm going to come and give my expertise here in the Sunny Quarter. So if you are not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you would like to see a lot of the old content, man, that's on members only, by all means, get you a membership. If you would like for Madam to come live and speak on something and I ain't live and you don't see me on the internet, the best way to do it is to either hit the Cash App or leave a comment outside of an old video. Now, with all of that being said, I am now going to close the panel and put on my son's music, okay, that spoke death and destruction, okay? It spoke death and destruction, and now he dead. So my son was not an exemption to these rules, and I didn't try to make him be one. I told his ass before he got killed. So it is what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Law don't have no exemptions or exceptions. Y'all be cool.
Order this killer be killed, eat be ate, snake to be snake. I walk out alone, but I'm clutching my jerk, cause I know they ain't right and I know that they fake. And I'm trying to tour, but I know that these niggas be snitching and pointing me out to the jakes when I gun at a nigga on aim for his waist. I'ma make sure he hit and stand over his face. Now they take it, they mad cause they don't got no case in this first 48 and they ain't got no lead. While me and Lil Bro, we back smoking on trees when you break down the wood with that bitch down with lean. When I'm smoking your partner, I turn to a fiend, I ain't throwing the doobie, I'm facing the weed. When I'm smoking your partner, I turn to a fiend, I ain't throwing the doobie, I'm facing the blunt. No cap, let homies some rats. When it's time to go kill, we're all black on the hunt. We do shit our movies, but this ain't a stunt. Wrong move, turn this bitch to a scene. I high off the shrooms and I mix it with beams. Wide awake, seeing shit from my dreams. Moving slow cause I'm full of the lean. Catch the boy lacking, turn here to some green. I'ma tell you the truth, I'm high as a bitch. I'm a lot to the judge cause I'm never asleep. I'm rapping and trapping till I'm old and rich. I'ma buy me some land and duck off with my bitch. Tryna sort on my price and get found in the ditch. With a face full of maggots and half full of mud. I don't care what you reppin', don't call me your blood. Put in work for the set, they gon' die by the cuz. Tryna get up your name, you gon' die by some buzz. I was just in the trenches, I know where I was. All it take is one Drake, man, them bitches went wild. I was down on my dick, I just still in our car. I pop a few bosses to send me to mall. When I woke up in jail, I had to take a little pause. You a change on your gang, I'll die for the cause. No cap, I'ma die for the cause.